survive a zombie apocalypse, one must be cunning, moving from place to place quietly and leaving no trace while scavenging for supplies. And that's why I've decided to do a challenge where I'm going to be a hermit and never leave my spawn. The rules are simple: whatever house the game spawns me into, I must use whatever I can in that house to survive for as long as possible, and I cannot take one step outside, no matter what. I've picked negative traits like high first because I'll always be next to a water source, and slow learner because I won't have much use for skills, and positive traits like light eater because I'll have a limited food supply, and wakeful because I'll be highly vulnerable while sleeping. And this is my character, Hermit Hemington, who doesn't even know a zombie apocalypse has happened because he hasn't left house in years, as no one bothered to tell him that self-isolation ended a long time ago. Okay, so this is my starting house. It's a lot smaller than I'd hoped for, but I guess it's not about the size of the house, it's about the items inside, which is not much. I've got a decent amount of food, but I have a fork as a weapon, but I guess it's better than nothing. I found another weapon. Unfortunately it's a plunger, but I didn't expect to find a first aid kit, which is really handy actually. Okay, this is going to be really hard. There's really nothing I can use in this bedroom. The books can help me pass some time, but the actual skills they'll give me, fishing and electrician, are useless. The only thing I'll be fishing for is likes and comments in this video, because if you enjoy the video, any would be appreciated, as it helps video spread to more people. I'm just turning off all lights so I don't attract zombies. I was hoping to have some curtains in the house, but we have zero, which isn't good. I finished looting everything in the house, and this is what we end up with. I'm happy with the food situation, although we can't open some of the cans because we don't have a tin opener, but I'm not so happy with the weapons we got, because I don't know if you can call a fork and a pen a weapon, unless you're like in prison or something. All we can really do now is read and wait for time to pass until something happens. Well, that's what I'll have to do. You have the luxury of seeing this edited, and I have to stare at a character reading for hours on end. This is my life now. I stand and read, realise I'm thirsty, go over and take a drink, and then go straight back to reading the same book again. And as if my life wasn't bad enough, I'm just going to eat a whole lime. So now I'm not only torturing myself by reading, but I'm also torturing my taste buds. Yummy. I keep hearing noises and they're freaking me out. It sounds like a zombie's trying to get into my house, but I think it's next door. Well, I hope it's next door. Hey, keep it down. Some of us are trying to read. That was definitely my house this time. This isn't good. This isn't good. There just had to be two zombies, didn't there? They couldn't just make it one for my first encounter. At least the fork is quite fast, so I managed to get a lot of shots in, and it's broken. Great. And I've also just been bitten. Double great. I actually think I handled that quite well. Well, apart from being bitten, that is. Oh, thank God. My prayers have been answered. This zombie has a hunting knife on him. That is so much better. Although, I think anything is better than that fork I was using. And speaking of God, this other zombie has a crucifix on him, and lots of bling. At least when I die, I'm going to look good doing it. I better wash myself and patch up this wound. It's a good thing we got a first aid kit at the start, otherwise this might have been a quick playthrough. The good thing is, the window looks like a small scratch, so it should be easy enough to just patch it up. Let's see, we've got everything we need, bandages and alcohol wipes. Yeah, we're going to be totally fine, as long as we can stay under a couple of injuries at a time. That's us all patched up, and good as new. Now I can finally get back to my reading. I lied before, a backwards baseball cap and a pair of speedos. Now we're as good as new. Nothing stands between the hermit and his education. Then eat some bread and drink some water. This truly does feel like a prison now. You'd think that this would be boring to do, but I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this. I love putting constraints to myself. It's like an extreme version of The Sims, apart from instead of me killing Sims, it's other Sims trying to kill me for a change. Oh no, that's me finish my books. Now all I can do is paint the walls with blood and then literally watch the paint dry. Speaking of painting the walls with blood, look who's came to visit. I was really hoping that the window would open. I really didn't want the windows in the bedroom to be smashed, because I think when you're sleeping, you hear them smash, but if they're already smashed, zombies can literally attack you in your sleep. And also, the smashing sound can attract other zombies apparently, which I didn't even think about there. Oh come on, you just smashed one window, not even crawl through it, and then just proceed to start smashing another window. Usually it's me trolling NPCs, but I think I'm the one being trolled for a change. On a more positive note, this combat knife is awesome. Yep, finding this knife is pure luck, and it's probably the difference between me surviving 1 hour and me surviving 1 day. Looks like I was wrong again. Finding a strapless bra, now that's what you call pure luck. And this other zombie has a watch, which is great, because now I can watch the time tick down instead of staring at a wall, trying to guess what time it is. I'm not sure if you're more likely to get attacked by zombies whilst covered in blood, or less likely. In my head I was like, surely the zombies would smell the blood, but the more I think about it, maybe you blend in more. I've committed to wash myself now, but let me know in the comments below if you know for next time. Eating bread while standing on a corpse. Sounds appetising. I actually forgot I was wearing this bandage and I've not even bothered to change it, and now it's dirty. Whoops. And now my wound's infected, which isn't very good, but the good thing about bandages is, you can wash them and reuse them, and we're constantly next to a sink. You sneaky bastard. That zombie just ran and head dived through the window. Now it's time to dive my combat knife into the head. Or just stab there instead. The madness is starting to set in. My character's starting to see things that aren't even there. In his head, he's stabbing a second zombie. Probably a good idea to shut this door until I sort out this wound. We're all patched up, and now we have an upgraded watch. This one tells us the date, and even the temperature. Unfortunately, I don't know how to read the temperature, because we use degrees in the UK, but I'm sure the American viewers will appreciate it. Oh no, I've just been avoiding sleeping, because every time we sleep in a house where like every window is smashed, it's going to be a massive risk. But my character's starting to get very tired. I was trying to see if I could sleep on the floor in the bathroom, since it's the only room where the windows aren't smashed, but all I can do is sit on the floor, which doesn't help my situation much. Okay, I'm just going to risk it. Even the game is like, are you sure you want to sleep? Even it knows it's a bad idea. Please don't die. Please don't die. Well, I survived. I was about to say survived the night, but we woke up at 10 PM. We now have the same sleeping pattern as a gamer, which suits our lifestyle of never leaving the house. Let's eat half a jar of marmalade to celebrate. I love half all these normal foods, yet instantly, I'm attracted to eating the most depressing foods ever. We really have survived the night this time, and great news, our wound is fully healed. Who would have thought that not looking after your wound properly would work out so well? Why do these zombies insist on smashing everyone down this house? Instead of just come through the open ones, they always have to make a Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance. At least I got these sweet military boots. They'll go really well with my outfit. I was trying to sort out my inventory there, but as if the zombie heard me saying to come through the open window. Little does he know it was an invite, it was just a statement. Much like that cool bandana would be a good fashion statement. Now every zombie in the neighbourhood has just decided to gatecrash this party. I don't think they understand I'm a hermit, which means all visitors will die. Another one. I've not been able to get a rest the last few minutes. At least this window can open, which means I actually have a room in this house that is relatively safe. I say relatively because I'm in control of the character, which means I can never be fully safe. The good thing about all these zombies coming in is all these cool items I'm getting. Granted, I'm hardly getting anything useful, but I'm having fun customising my character. And I got a beer, which will improve my mood a little. I've just cleared out my inventory and now the place is an absolute mess. Well, it was already a mess before the bodies lying about, but I've just made it even worse. I actually wish I had a room I could store the bodies in, but I have such limited space to work with. Oh no, I'm really tired again, which means I'll probably have to take the risk of sleeping soon. Every time you sleep in this game, it's like picking red or black. You just don't know how it's going to go. And usually I'm not very lucky, which means it's more likely to go wrong. For some reason, I feel like sleeping during the day seems safer. Again, I have no evidence to back that up. All in the dark is scary. Well, we survived our sleep, so maybe my theory is right. Let me know in the comments below if you know. Although, I shouldn't get too cocky, because from my experience, that's when things start to go wrong. We're now extremely bored and depressed, which is weird that we're just becoming depressed now. The world ending and a zombie apocalypse wasn't enough to make you depressed, but running out of dry cereal marmalade, now that's too far. What a polite zombie knocking on the door. You see, I can open the door as long as I don't step outside. Oh, that was close. I don't know if I just get bitten or not. This is why I'm a hermit. Open my door once to a visitor, and they repay me by trying to eat me. Because I've opened my door once, now everyone thinks it's okay to visit me. You'd think they would get the message after I brutally murdered the last 10 visitors. Well, make that 11 visitors. I love how dramatic the game made that there. Like I knew something was there. I could hear the banging on the door, and that's why I came to investigate. I really need to get a better system of opening the door. No, my beret. Yep, it's definitely far too close, because I've just been bitten. I'll teach you for knocking off my beret, and by teach, I mean shove you pathetically, over and over. I love how I could have a life-threatening injury, yet my only concern right now is my hat. At least the game is saying I'll have a slight scratch, even though I just watched that zombie take a big meaty bite out of me. But I guess it's best just to deny that ever happened, for my own sanity. I've just decided the bathroom is my new storage area, or dump, whichever you prefer. It'd be a pretty anticlimactic ending if he just tripped in some trash and broke his neck trying to play through. The bandage around the head does make my character look pretty cool, until you look at him from the neck down, that is. Not this door again. Why'd they keep getting attracted here now? Right, this time I need a better system of dealing with this. And when I said better system, I meant run away, which actually did work out a lot better. And they say you should never run from your problems, but I disagree. It always seems to work out pretty well for me. There's so many bodies in here now that I'm struggling to find the one I'm looking for. This is why I need a designated corpse room. That wound actually healed pretty fast. Finding that first aid kit to start was such a godsend. Otherwise, I think I would have died long ago. I'm starting to get very tired again, and it's nearly midnight, which isn't good because I don't feel safe sleeping at night, but I don't know if I'll make it until morning. Oh no, please not now. Out of all the times they attacked me, it just had to be and I'm really tired. To make things even worse, there just had to be 2 of them. And now I've been shoved over, great, and bitten, and I've lost my knife. This is going so bad. I've been reduced to trying to shove my way out of this. I know it's quite dark and hard to see, so let me give you a commentary of what's going on. Basically, I'm getting my ass kicked. Look at all the warning signs flashing up on the side of the screen. Honestly, don't know if I can recover from this. Please just die before the other one gets up. Of course you never died. Great, I've been bitten again. It's so frustrating. Every time I get one down, the other one just gets back up. They're just chewing on me like a tooth one deal at KFC now. There's no way I'm recovering from this. Well, I'm dead. You can't say Hermit never put up a good fight, but he did die doing what he loves best, staying at home. So I guess there is a happy ending there. Somewhere. I think. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know if you want to see more of this, and if you like zombie games, I suggest checking out my Resident Evil playthrough next. And of course, thank you to my patrons, Harry Haywood, Captain Tourette, Ash, Kajel Sinky, Sun Mumble, Sipnix, and Zippy Lucky.